Hi, this is Eric, and welcome to Smart Data Specials. So, on this video, I'm going to talk about computer basics. On the previous video, we spoke about GoToMeeting, how you can log in, mute your microphone, turn on the camera and off, and how you can leave or exit the meeting. On this episode, I'll focus on the computer basics. We go through how to navigate through your PC, how to take notes, how to capture screenshots, to check your system information, to go to control panel, and um, what a browser is. Just for some of you guys who don't know what that is. So, in a simple definition, a computer is a programmable device that stores, retrieves, and processes data. Okay, and then later on that data will be produced as an output. Okay, so today if you go in here, you open your Word document or some notes taking. When you type, you use your keyboard or mouse. You put the notes in there. You can either store the notes or print it out. Okay, so in a simple definition, computer gets the input, processes it, and it can store or either output the information. And that input or information, most of the times we call it data. Okay, so there are so many computers nowadays. What you see is just the basic. We call this system unit, and we do call this monitor, and we do have printer, we do have keyboard, mouse, and this is external storage really, but most of the times we do have internal storage, which is a drive, which is in here. So in the modern world, every information, all this information really, except for the printer, is condensed inside. For example, a laptop or a tablet. It has all this information condensed in one device. Or your mobile phone. It's some kind of electronic device, some kind of a computer, but everything is embedded within one device. But I thought I should show you guys so that you understand where we're coming from. Okay, so some of the computer systems may have external speakers. Most of them are embedded. Again, the laptop has internal speakers. You may choose to have external speakers too if you want a louder sound system. You can have a microphone or headset. Okay, you may have a scanner. Okay, and nowadays we do have a fax machine, scanner, and printer embedded in just one device. And USB drive, and many more. Or a webcam. Laptops, they come with a camera automatically. So we do have input devices, we do have processing devices, we do have output devices. Processing system unit is a processing device. In there, it contains a motherboard, and the motherboard really connects all devices inside. Okay, you may have CPU there, hard drive, power supply, and even the keyboard and mouse are connected through the motherboard. Okay, And I don't want to get into details really, but again, we do have something like memory. We're gonna learn that later. They're just chips you can plug in and unplug. So they're all within the system unit. Really, if you open this box, you'll be able to see a lot of devices. You can Google their computer motherboard, or if you need further training, let me know. So output, we do have monitors and printers. We do have so many other, but today I just want to focus on small things that may help you to navigate through this course. And the most important thing we'll be using is a mouse. So a regular mouse like this has left button and a right button, and some of them may have a wheel. Okay, I don't know which one you use, but the basic is left and right, and they are used in different ways. Left click is used to select. See, if you want to select something, I want to use left click. And it's just a click. So when I tell you click, that means click the left hand side of the mouse. When I tell you right click gives you more options of the menu. So if I right click, for example, here, I'm going to get the menu. And depending on where you are, you may have different menu. Okay. So on the modern computers here, I'm looking at this diagram, you may have a mouse pad, like a laptop or tablet. Some of them just have screen, like a phone, really. Okay, so in here, some computers or some laptops, they have a separator here. You can separate between right and left. And this one here, you can see you cannot really separate. So the only way is to click far to the right if you want to right click, and to the left or anywhere, you just tap once if you want to left click. However, if it doesn't work, you can click and hold. Okay, just press and hold, and then that will be your right click. Okay, I'm telling that because we'll be using that a lot. So make sure that you understand the difference. And if you're left hand side, again, the right side of the mouse can always be right hand side. Okay, so and the other things which really I want to discuss is to navigate just through the computer. So a typical computer may look like this here. This is just a PowerPoint presentation. You're gonna have your taskbar. This bar here, which contains all the menu, is the taskbar. Okay, see that taskbar settings? I click, but when I right click, guess what? I get more menu. And you can see here, show people on taskbar. You can show that, but you see that taskbar settings. I don't want to go there again. If you like detailed training, let me know. But you can set up this taskbar, and you can even move around. And I'll show you how the settings looks like. You see right now it's at the bottom. You can put on the right, left, wherever side. So if I change this to the right, it will just be on my right hand side. So my computer look like this or tablet, but don't worry, it's just a setting. So basic ones of the older computers, it used to be here, and we kept it that way. And you'll see all the open programs or some of icons, they'll be here because you configured them to be on the taskbar. So if you wanna put an icon in taskbar, for example, this alarm and clock, you can right click and you can say pin to taskbar. So if you do that, next time it will be here when you turn on the computer. It's easy to navigate. Okay, I'll be using a lot of start button. This is the start button and search button. Okay, we do have container, that depends. This is the browser and all that. I'm not gonna go through this. On the right hand side, you're gonna see time. It may help you sometimes to know what Saturdays, Sundays, and all that. But really, we do have start button, or sometimes I would say Windows. It's called Windows icon. And then next to it, there's a search. Okay, so and then we do have a folder. So you can come here and you'll see all your programs. And you can go to documents here. If you don't have this folder here, you can go to documents. That's to take you to your documents. And then from there, you're going to get the folder. But most of the times, you're going to see this folder. You just click again, you're going to take you to. So this is my document. Okay, so on the left hand side, you're going to have a quick access. You can go to your desktop to see all icons on the desktop. I just have a few. You can go to your downloads to see all the downloads you've been doing. And then you do have documents, pictures, videos, OneDrive, and many more. Okay, so most of the times, if you download something, it will go under downloads. So that's where you wanna go. So if you tell go to downloads, you're gonna either go to the folder and then go to this navigation here, or you can go to start and then you go to documents right here. And then from there you can navigate, you can use this quick access. The other important thing here is this PC. And the other workstations, this was called my PC or my computer. I don't remember. And documents used to be my documents. Yeah, it was my computer. So on this PC here, on a typical computer, you're gonna see just one drive. It can be system drive, Windows, and I've seen many different names. And guess what? You can rename that too. You can put whatever name you want. But you're gonna see most of the times there's C drive. If you're lucky enough, you may have multiple drives. And if your drive is big enough, mine it's like 500 gigabytes. So it was like over terabytes, so I had to partition. You can partition these two separate. So this is where your operating system is. And I'll tell you the minimum later. What's the minimum you need to have. So you can partition this to multiple drives. So this has your Windows. It shows your Windows. That means if your computer crashes or you're going to install the Windows, guess what? You're going to have to delete everything in the end and install the Windows again. So it's advisable to put or to store data on a separate drive, or sometimes even an USB drive. Just connect USB drive and put your information in there. Some people call flash drive, or some people call thumb drive, whatever it is. It's just an external storage or external device. Okay, so I partition this, and most of my files or data, I store them in here. So that way I don't lose anything if I have to reset everything from scratch. Okay, so on C drive here, all you need for today, I'm asking you guys to go ahead and create a folder which is gonna be called Smart Data. So because everyone's gonna have C drive, we're gonna do that to be consistent. So you right click again, right click, remember, if you right click on any of these, you're gonna get more menu, really, on any of these documents. Right click where it's blank, or right click somewhere down here within C drive. Make sure you're on this PC and C drive. You right click and you go to new folder. Then you type Smart Data. You click enter. This folder will be empty for now. So in here, you're gonna create exactly the same folders you see from, or you see in box. Okay, so now we do have one which is setup, So you're gonna right click inside Smart Data. You can see the path and over here. You can say setup. I just do setup. So most of the times when you download things, they'll be in here in downloads. So just right click on it. Again, right click. You should be using that a lot. You can cut. If you cut, guess what? It will disappear here. It will be moved to whatever location you're gonna put. If you copy, you're gonna have a copy of it. So for now, I'm just gonna cut. And then I'll go back to this PC, C drive, Smart Data, setup, and right click again and paste. So I'm gonna see here my go-to-meeting, and if you go to downloads, it has disappeared. This is the second one we did later. So if my notes here, this is my notes, I can right click, cut, go back. See there, you can go back to setup. Okay, there are some arrows. This goes up one folder level. So if you come here, you can click here to go back to this PC, or you can click back to go to setup, or sometimes you can come here and you can navigate through the windows and all that. If you don't want to go to this PC and all that, you can come here and just go to C. But I go to back because that's the last location. This is setup. Now I want to put everything under Smart Data, so I'm gonna click up and I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna organize. This is gonna be my notes. Maybe I'm gonna say my notes. And then in the notes, you may need maybe to really create more folders, maybe notes for SQL, Power BI, and all that. I'm just gonna put everything here for the sake of learning for now. Okay, so now we do have two folders. We may have other folders like, I'm gonna create one more, maybe MS Excel. Okay, we may have Power BI. Just gonna create random folder, but I'm just showing you guys how to. And then same structure you see here, just mimic the same structure in box. And then whenever you download the files, they're gonna be going under downloads, and you may need to copy them or cut them from downloads to this PC. That way we have everything in one spot, everything in one location. So we know that whenever you're doing something, I will tell you guys go to Smart Data and all that. And you can use the same method to store your other files. Okay, so you can go either to documents on here and store that way. It's easier to find everything really. So maybe if you have office stuff, don't put under here. You can create your own documents here and organize the files or folders the way you want. Okay, so that's how we navigate really to open the programs like Microsoft Excel. You can come here and type Excel and you'll see it as an app. Okay, maybe a Word document, you just type Word document nowadays. Or you can go to start menu and go to programs. These are all programs installed, and you can scroll down until when you see that. Okay, so this, for example, I do have SQL Server here. I'll see all my programs. I can start from here. I do have Microsoft Office tools and all that. All these are programs installed on my workstation here. Power BI desktop, but nowadays they made things easier. You just type Power BI if you want to do that, and you'll see that in there. Okay, so not taking. You can use Notepad. So you just go here and type Notepad. I do have Notepad++. If you like to use this is more advanced, but you may need to install it. So the basic one you're gonna see is Notepad. That comes with Windows. And you can put your notes here. You can say maybe today's date. January 15th, 2022. You can say maybe installation. You have, we learned about Smart Data Special. Oh yeah, this is Smart Data Special. You can put the header. We do have installation, which we installed go to meeting. I just put one word here. Maybe SQL Server database. We do have SSMS and continue. This stands for SQL Server Management Studio. So this is the client tool which helps you to connect to the database and manipulate and run the queries, write SQL command and all that, and run the backups, maybe restore data, replicate the database and all that. Anyways, once you have this, you can see there's a asterisk and it says untitled. You may need to save. So you go to File, you say Save, gonna give you the location. But now I'm gonna go to, remember, this PC, C drive, Smart Data, and maybe I save it notes. And I'm gonna say this is my notes, my class notes. Or you can have a physical notebook and go old school with a pen and note that. That's fine. Okay, so whenever I update the notes, maybe I come again on the 16th. I put my notes here. My next day class notes. And you can just put some notes in there. Okay, so you can do that. And what else here? Yeah, that's all you need pretty much. You can increase the font here. To be honest, if you're not bigger, you can just change maybe this to 14, let's say. It will be a little bigger. And you can hold your control key and draw. Remember, you can lower remember the lower on the mouse, and roll forward or to decrease. That's a shortcut. You hold Shift Control key. That's a control key plus mouse roll. I'm gonna say roll up. The lower button between the mouse, you can do that. Or for those people with mouse pad, you just have to swipe up and down. To increase or decrease the font. So we'll be going up and down while you're holding your control key. Okay, control key just gonna look like this exactly. To save again, you can come here and click save, which will be saved automatically, or you can click control key and save. These are just shortcuts. Control and save. And again, we do have copy. It's control to save. Control C. This is copy. And control V. This is paste. Okay. So these are just shortcuts. Sometimes you see, you can see there's a asterisk. It is not saved. I'm gonna click Control S, which saves it automatically. I'm gonna say saved. So once it's saved, you can go back here to Windows, Smart Data, notes, and you can see the date it was updated. So the more you save, you're gonna see the most updated file. Okay. So that's how you take notes. You can go old school. Sometimes I use sticky notes. These sticky notes, they just look like sticky note. You just click open. You're gonna see something like this. These are different notes. I can add another one here. You see that? I'm gonna say this is smart data special. And to organize this for me. So you're gonna have like a sticky note, and this won't go away really. Intro, episode 1, episode 2. So this is just a quick reminder. This even if you turn off your computer, you go back to sticky notes, you will also find it there. And it will be organized like if you have more than one here, and you're gonna see different colors too. So that's another one. If you click another one, you're gonna see it's gonna be added. You're gonna tell me the date, and maybe this is my to-do list. My to-do list. Maybe after the class, go to shopping. Go to shopping. Maybe you can put your list here of shopping and all that. Maybe call mom, and just a stick note. You can take like simple notes like that or quick reminders. So they'll be on a desktop somewhere like this. This is a good way. Even if you close, you're gonna find them. So I can close them here. I'll see them here. And if you wanna edit, for example, these, you can come back and say, no, I went shopping already. I'm gonna call mom. And sometimes you can put maybe tomorrow. Maybe you can say Amazon list. You wanna buy things in Amazon. You just wanna buy every day. So as you remember, as you're working, you can add maybe monitor. You wanna order a second monitor. Okay, maybe a mouse. I would advise for you guys to have external mouse if this is troubling you. Okay, if the mouse pad is troubling you, so you can put your list of Amazon here, and you have updated the list. You don't have to get another one. Anyways, you can do that as well. So let's continue. Screenshot capture. I'm gonna have to go really quick because I don't want this video to be so long. Okay, so screenshot capturing. There's this tool here called snipping tool. You see, I start typing snipping tool. I'm just searching. It's gonna come. This also comes with Windows. Okay, and you can see a lot of options, but I'm just gonna choose one here. Let's say new, if you wanna snip something. So if someone is presenting and you don't interrupt them, or it's a diagram I'm just showing really quick, or you're in a meeting, you don't wanna stop, you wanna review more information later on. Maybe it's a graph, or maybe it's some figures, you can do that. So what you need is you click new, and then just screenshot wherever. So I'll show you. So you click your mouse, so I can move this here. For example, you just want to capture this. Okay, you want to take a closer look of this beautiful lady. You see that plus sign, you start from here. You click, when I say click, you left click. You drag all the way to, you see that square? That's what you're gonna capture. You won't capture the whole screen, and you can do that too. So you see, and then you have that, and to save that, you can right click and go save as, and again you can go back to your this PC, C drive, smart data, and you can put there, maybe if it's not, you can say this is computer basic. Oh, actually, I was supposed to save that one. So anyways, if you save it, if you go to notes, you're gonna see that computer. But really, this picture here. And yeah, you can open there like an image. You can zoom in and zoom out, and I'll show you guys how to. So if I double click here to open this image here, you can zoom in, right? You can zoom out. So if someone is presenting or just lets to type everything, you want to review that later, you can do that. And there are some shortcuts here, like on the keyboard, you're gonna see something like print screen. It's gonna print the whole screen. But this snipping tool is the newer one, which is really good. You just click on it, and if you want to get the full screen, you can just easily be like, so if you do this, you can technically do the whole screen like that. And you'll see it here. And I haven't saved it. Just gonna say no. You see, when you close it, you're gonna ask if you like to make changes. I'm just gonna say no, and then you're gonna lose it. Okay, so system information. You will need this before you install any software. To find, I have a full video, but all you need is to type system and go ahead and click open, and you will see system information here. So you're gonna see a lot of information you need to know about your system. You're gonna see the Windows. Mine is Microsoft 10 Pro. It's different from Home Edition. It's more powerful a little bit. You're gonna see the version. You're gonna see the system name. You can expand here. The model. Sometimes people like to know the model. If you wanna download the drivers or if you wanna sell it, you can find all this information in here. You can find our system type. We have 64, 32 bits. Nowadays, most of the PCs are 64. And you're gonna see a C drive, other drives. You're gonna see your installed RAM. This is random memory access. Random memory access. Store the memory of the programs you're running. I have another video. I've explained all these in details. But this, most of the times you may use it when you install any software. You may need to know your system information first. There's a minimum requirement. Control panel. We use this. I'm gonna just type control panel. I don't want this video to be so long. Some of you guys are falling asleep right now. So control panel, it does have a lot of panels here, but most of the times it helps you to adjust your computer settings. Okay, you can have small icons or large icons or categories. This is a short list, so sometimes you may see this and you may need to see more information. You may need to go to large icons or small icons. The most important thing you need here is you don't need about region so much. This is going to give you the time zone and all that. Pen and touch. Sometimes I've seen where people left click is right and right is left. You may need to really change here on mouse settings. Pen and touch, if you do have touch, you may have that. You don't need this, but this is for backup and restore. So if you want to back up your computer today and then tomorrow it doesn't work, you may need to really go back to a backup and do that. We do our sound check. Our user is very important to know the users, because if you don't have admin privilege, you see this, I have only one account and it has administrator privilege. Okay, so I can do everything in here. So if you don't have admin privilege, you may get an error, or you may get like a login screen telling you that, hey, you need to log in as an administrator to install these kind of programs. The most important thing here we'll be using a lot is programs and features. This is where you're gonna see all your installed programs and the dates. And if you like to clean your workstation or your computer, you installed, most of the times we install things we don't need, or we use them once, or sometimes they're just malware. You install valid, let's say Adobe, you know it's a valid product, but it comes with another program you don't need. So you can come here and see when it was installed and if it's a legitimate publisher, if it's coming from a user you know, or publisher you know, the company you know, like Google, Microsoft. Those are known company. If you find company like it's a weird name, most likely you don't need that. So you're gonna see all the programs. If you select here, you may choose to uninstall if you don't like the programs. But this is where you're gonna look if you've installed or not. So sometimes you install, let's say, SQL Server, and then you install it again. It may fail, it may start getting all random errors. So if you are not sure if you've installed the programs or not, you go to control panel and then you go to programs and then you can go to install programs or view um, installed programs. So you come here and then you go to programs and features. Now, if you have this view here, category, all you see is install programs and this. You won't see programs and whatever you saw there. So if you come here to install a program, you will see all the programs installed. And you can say, oh, I have SQL already. And sometimes if it's you're having issues with software, it's easier to uninstall first and then install it. And then the browser, this just it helps you to it helps you to go to the internet. The examples of the browser, it's I use let's say this is um, Chrome, Google Chrome. We do have Edge, we do have Internet Explorer, we do have Mozilla, we do have Safari, and many more. So these are the browsers. Sometimes I may tell you, go to your browser, search for something, and all that. So you can open a browser, you can get to Google, and it will help you to do that. So I will stop here on this video. Thank you very much for watching. Smart Data Special. I hope this is very helpful. It's a long, I apologize in advance, but it's beneficial for you guys. And you can review this over and over and over again for more information. So thank you very much. I'll see you guys on my next videos. Peace.